Hey guys, Rhaeveon here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video. Today I am building a cottagecore style cabin right out in the middle of nowhere. As you can see by the title in the top left, mid nowhere lot. It is a 20 by 20 lot on that little island in Windenburg. And I just bought this pack, the Get Together pack, and I have no regrets. I love the Get Together pack because of all of the build items. They are so nice. There's like medieval style doors and windows and the cottage kind of feel. I really, really like it. And yeah, right now I'm just trying to figure out these roofs. I really had trouble with the roofs. I didn't know exactly what I wanted, what was going to look good. But I think what I ended up doing turned out pretty well. I did like that. I didn't do this roof. I actually changed it to that one. That one. I don't know what the roofs are called in the game. But I changed it to that like kind of square, I guess, style roof that's all pointed at the top, and then just sort of put it like inside the house. But what's nice about The Sims 4 is that the roof doesn't actually go inside the house. Like I think in Sims 3, sometimes the roof goes inside if you do it inside. But yeah, I was really excited to do this build because I've never done anything like this before. So this is new. This is new for me and so much fun with all of these period style windows. I love them. I love those shutters and the crisscross diamond pattern on the windows. Looks so nice. I did end up changing that really large window on the right side beside this glass roof section, which this is actually the conservatory, like little greenhouse that I decided to make and put lots of plants in there. Yeah, I changed that big window and I've just made it match the other shuttered windows. Originally, I thought that was going to be like a living room space, but when I got to actually doing the layout, which was very difficult, the layout of this house was very difficult to do. It's just so small. This cabin is so small. It's on a 20 by 20 lot. There's not a lot of space, and I wanted to have like some sort of front yard for a whole bunch of plants and some sort of nice backyard, again for more plants, and just like a nice sitting space and somewhere to do like skill builders. Yeah. And so yeah, the house ended up being a little bit smaller than what I had originally hoped for, but that's okay. I made it work. I made it work with 2 bedrooms too, which I think is an accomplishment all in itself. Because this house, once we get into doing the actual layout, it was so tough. It was so small. I didn't know where to put everything. So yeah. I also changed the outside color scheme so many times. I started with the black. I still kind of like that black, but then I went to this brown kind of color, and then I think I changed it again to a different shade of brown. But we'll find out. I changed it again later when I was doing some more landscaping and outdoor stuff. I ended up changing the outdoor stuff, the outdoor color scheme. Yeah, but I was really excited to do this house. This house is actually dedicated to a very close friend of mine because this is her favorite style of house to like live in, and just like she looks at pictures of these kind of houses and this kind of like vibe, that cottagecore vibe all the time. And I wanted to build this house for her as sort of a celebration, congratulations, because she just made a really big step in her sexuality journey, and that was being able to come out to her mom. And I know that can be a really big step for people in the LGBTQ plus community, and so I just wanted to be like, hey, congratulations, here's a house that I know you'll love. So I know that's a big step, and here it is. So congratulations to my good friend. Yeah, and here are the stairs. You could see I did like try multiple different places to put the stairs, and that's where I ended up leaving them. And then once putting those stairs in really made the layout hard. And here I am doing the layout. At first I thought I was going to put the bathroom like kind of right beside the stairs and do the kitchen around the back. But then, and that's a bedroom on the left, or now it's in the back bottom part. But while I was doing the layout, I was like, forget it. I am going to do the master bedroom. And this is when, again, I changed the outside to be a bit of a darker brown. And I did that to match sort of the inside of the house. And there I went moving the stairs again, but they ended up not moving anywhere else. That was the best spot that I could get for them. And here I am doing the master bedroom. I really wanted to have like a sort of darker theme, like that dark wood and the red color. I thought that had like a nice romantic vibe to it. And this is sort of like a secluded cabin on this island in Windenburg with beautiful views. Oh, I will show you some of the views when we get into the house, like going through the house itself. I love these views. This bedroom, I actually had some trouble picking exactly what colors to do for the wood end tables and the bed and the dresser, because guess what? None of the color swatches match exactly. The biggest problem in The Sims 4 is these color swatches that don't match. Like, they have some plain white, they have some plain black, but some of these browns, like, I wish they could just use the same color swatches that they make in like base game, and then each one make maybe a slightly different color swatch, but then allow all of the other furniture to have those color swatches. I don't think it's really that difficult for them to just add color swatches to all of these different items. It would take a lot of work. That's probably why they don't do it. It takes a lot of time, but it would be so nice. All right, here I'm still trying to figure out where to put the bathroom. I thought I was going to do like the sink and the toilet in one of those sides by the front door, and then the shower by the other side of the front door. As you see, I put those two doors in there, but I was like, this is so not practical. So I ended up putting the bathroom in the back beside the kitchen. I made the kitchen a bit smaller, and then beside the bedroom I put the bathroom, and then got rid of those walls and decided to make this like a little front entryway. And I did put some bookshelves in there, and I did not put windows on those parts. Instead, I covered those stone sort of pillars with plants. And I love it. There are so many plants. Originally, I did a Jack and Jill bathroom. As you can see, there's a door leading from the kitchen to the bathroom, and then also from the downstairs bedroom into the bathroom. But I took out the door to the bedroom, and I just made it one so that I could fit more things in there, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be entirely like livable and usable. So I was just like, forget it. I decided to go with sort of this pink girls theme, this toddler bedroom with like a little baby bassinet. So like if you have two Sims and a baby, they can move into this house quite easily. Now, this house is nowhere near starter home friendly budget. This house is almost 70,000 simoleons. By the time I was like inside the house and just doing all of this furnishing, I was like, forget the budget. We're going way over budget, especially the plants. I think half of the budget are the plants, both inside and outside. There is so much landscaping. Oh yeah, you can see now I took out the wall, or not the wall, the door to the kids' bedroom. And now I'm just decorating it and putting some final touches on the bathroom. I changed that end table out to the dresser and thought it would be kind of fitting to have like a little mini Victorian dollhouse inside this sort of Victorian-ish cabin. Thought that would be nice. So the kitchen, I made sort of like a galley kitchen because it's really long and there's no cabinets on either side of the walls, just on the one wall. But I think it turned out pretty well. And I really like the color scheme. I like the dark wood in there. I thought about putting a window into the conservatory area, but I was like, oh wait, I need cabinets. I'm going to do that instead. So I put a whole bunch of cabinets in. I even got one of those hutch-like cabinets and put that in there. And I thought that looked really nice. And now your Sims have so many plates that they won't be able to use. They're just decorative. I did go back after I finished the house. I did go back and add some more decorations. So I'll show you those extra decorations that I added around the house. And here I have like the nice fireplace. I did change the color of the fireplace, added some more plants and a singular couch. And I did add a rug in here after. You're not going to see the rug in this speed build, but I'll show you the rug that I put in there when we jump into the house and we can take a look at it. But you can see it's so small. Like this is just a little front entryway. At first I thought about putting a front table in there, but then I was like, ooh, I really want some bookshelves. So I put the front table over there, put 2 bookshelves in the front just to kind of make it kind of nice and warm and inviting, walking into the smell of old books as you walk into this cottagecore-like cabin. And I love this coffee maker shelf that they have in the new Get Together pack. I thought that was really nice, so I put that in there too. And here I'm putting a whole bunch of planters in. I'm not sure if you can use that one in the corner, but hopefully you can. And here, this is when I found all of the plants. I started doing the outdoors, but then I stumbled across these plants and I was like, oh, these are perfect. So I just made these like climbing ivy plants, and I did climbing ivy all over the house. The fireplace, for starters, is covered in ivy. It is very nice. And the front of the house is also covered in like flowers and ivy and all of that. Man, I was just, the entire time I was building and doing all of this ivy on the outside of the house, the only thing I could think of was Taylor Swift, her new song, Ivy. Because the ivy is growing and now she's covered. This house is covered in ivy. I could not stop singing that song as I was building and decorating the outside of this house. And I added a whole bunch of those nice lights outside to add some brightness in the dark. And I added this nice fountain. And I'm actually going to put a sim into the house when we go and take a look at it. Because I want to see how that fountain sort of works, because I don't think I've ever used the fountain tool before. So I really want to know how those fountain like squirter things, what are they called? I want to see how they squirt out the water. It looks like it would have like a nice pattern around the fountain. So I want to see how that works. Now comes the long process of landscaping. I'm pretty sure the rest of this video is just me landscaping. And putting a whole bunch of ivy and plants everywhere. And I really like how the fireplace turned out. I think it looks super cottagey with all of that ivy covering it. I did end up changing the top. I think that's going to happen shortly because I found the fireplace like hood, the top of it. I don't know what it's called. I also found that other Windenburg sort of what are those called? That thing. That little like jut out of the roof. That thing. I love that. I changed the roof on top of the master bedroom so that I could put that in there. I thought it looked really nice. And here I am putting in some half walls. I do end up making the half walls a bit shorter. And then I put in that matching stone fireplace top. Yep, that's the final. And then I do a little bit more ivy just to cover it up and make it all come together. Now I get to do a lot of flowers. Oh, and that mailbox. Oh, I love that mailbox. When I found that mailbox, I was like, this is so perfect. This is so dreamy and like cottagecore themed. It's beautiful. I love that mailbox. I want to use that mailbox more often, but I feel like it wouldn't fit in a whole bunch of other builds. Now, one of the flowers that I made sure to put around the front and the back of the house was lavender, because the person that this is dedicated to, her favorite flower is lavender, or one of her favorite flowers is lavender. And I know that lavender has a really big meaning for her, so I made sure to put lots of nice lavender around the front. And there's like these big bushes of lavender that I put around the back, which I'm really excited for. And I put all of those like little, there's all the lavender. I put that greeny flower. It is a flower, but it looks more like a shrub than it does a flower on the bottom of all of the other shrubs and plants. And then I put some dirt to make it look more realistic. I also really wanted to use those little like white flowers, and they were called Lily of the Valley, but they look nothing like an actual lily of the valley. Like a lily of the valley looks like a little bell-shaped flower, but the flowers that The Sims has labeled as Lily of the Valley do not look like Lily of the Valley. So I was like, whatever, I'll just use this green one. And then I have that nice big tree in the back. I put in a barbecue. I thought it would be super nice to have these benches out the front so your Sims can sit down and enjoy the flowers and nature, which is the entirety of this house. It is entirely flowers and nature. And I did change the tree that is in the front there. I think I made it a little bit more full of a tree. And I put all of these flowers around the grass. And I think it turned out really nicely. I really like how it turned out. Here's some more lavender for my friend. She loves lavender. And yeah, I thought about putting these little spikes on the roof, but I was like, no, this looks a little bit too medieval to be like the cottagecore feeling that I kind of want. Oh yeah, that's the new tree I got. I think it's like an oak tree or something like that. But yeah, now I'm just wrapping up the build, and I'm just figuring out the last final touches, which of course I missed some final touches that I will show you when we jump into the game. But the final touches that I'm adding now, I decided to add like a little carpentry table, the barbecue, the easel, and the chess table, just so that your Sims have like tons of different skills that they can try and master. All of the skills that sort of make sense for like a cottage cabin kind of vibe. And I thought about putting those stone fences in there, but I didn't like that. I also really wanted to put that black fence around the whole thing, but of course you can't do that, so whatever. Now we can jump right into the game. All right, so here we are in live mode, and I must say I am super disappointed in this fountain. I thought it was gonna be like constant, but it is not. So maybe I'll change that. Otherwise, I'm really disappointed in how that turned out. Let's just jump into build mode real quick so we can see what it looks like in the morning. But here it is. This nice cabin. I think it turned out really well. Unfortunately, these are kind of pathetic. These are way more pathetic than I thought. But here we go. And the views are just spectacular. Like turning around, look at that. Look at that beach view. There's even a beach right there, right in front of the house. And there's even like this nice pier. Oh, it just looks so nice having the lake there, or ocean. I don't know if it's a lake or an ocean. And then same view in the back here. There's even, whoa, is that a seaplane? Looks cool. Looking good. If your Sim felt inspired to paint the landscape behind them, they can do that. All right, so here it is. Let's get into this house. I'm just going to do it with the walls down because, yeah, it would be a lot to try and figure out all the walls. But first things first, the things that I did not add in the video that you did not see are some of these lights here, and also the lights here, and the light here you did not see. And you also didn't see this rug. I added this nice rug. I also added in a front doormat. I thought those were necessary for this cute, cozy cabin. And then I added another plant, of course. Can't not have a whole bunch of plants in a cottagecore-style cabin. I also had these candles, which I don't know, are they usable? No, they're definitely not usable. None of this is usable. Oh well. All of this should be functional. Oh, my Sim just said. Very nice. my sim self. Now here is the kitchen. Some additions to the kitchen are this very long light. I feel like you would hit your head on this light all the time. Like, come over here. I bet you my sim is going to, like, hit her head. Yeah, what is that? That is so close. But she's just magically not going to hit her head. Because it's The Sims. Wow. Sure. Sims. I added these spatulas and spoons as a little decoration, as well as these paper towel and this nice dessert tray. I thought that added a nice touch to the home. I also added this light because I realized I forgot to put a light in the observatory. Oh my goodness. Conservatory. I keep wanting to call it an observatory, but an observatory is where you watch stars. Although, I mean, it's nighttime right now and there are plenty of windows. And there's also like that roof. If you put a chair in there, you could probably watch the stars. Get a telescope. You can make it an observatory if you really wanted to. The kids' bedroom, I think this turned out really nice. It's so cute and quaint. Very different from the rest of the house. Like the cabin is very dark wood, but then for the kids' bedroom, I decided to make it a bit lighter. And that nice pastel pink and the white wood. Thought that turned out very nice. And then around the back, we've got the carpentry table, barbecue, easel, all of this fun stuff. Looks pretty good from behind, I would say. And then the master bedroom definitely has a nice aura to it. A nice romantic aura, as we have a trait as such. Romantic aura. Also, we have great soil. Gardening just seems to go really well here. Yeah, it better. It's a cottagecore cabin. And home studio. Perfect for painting, writing, woodworking. I thought those were the kind of traits that you would expect for this kind of house, because those skills are something that you would expect in this kind of house. Same with the romantic aura. I think this is very romantic house. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But yeah, here it is. Thank you guys so much for watching and for sticking around to watch me build this cabin. It is already up on the gallery for you to download. You can find it under my name at Rhaeveon. And yeah, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Catch you later.